which is that probably a statistical high Vegas odds probability is that nothing of any significance will ever happen to you in your entire foreign life.
Wait, I gotta use that as that has to be part of the soundboard. Did you hear what he said?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna start it again. Okay, can you hear yourself, John?
Can I hear myself? I can, with my own 2 ears.
Oh, you can't hear the music, huh?
I cannot hear the music.
Me and Bryce can hear it. Oh, that's better though. I don't know if that's enough of a cue, enough of a sound cue to make it seem like we're back from something. There's literally no time elapsed for when we're like, we'll be right back, folks. Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
It should have been the whole time because we said go vote, so they should have went to vote and then came back. So it's however long it took them to vote.
It's a mail-in ballot.
Be it 1 year. Have to wait till
we're dropping our shit off. Shit's so boring though. I'd love to go into anything about any of the candidates or the bad ads or.
You have to go in to get the sticker, right? Because if you just mail it off, like your postman doesn't have like I voted stickers. I don't believe.
Yeah, the Goodwill Dropbox doesn't have a stack of stickers. If it did, if somebody would steal the whole stack, I would.
While doing
Let's go get the stack.
While doing petitions.
I voted 9 million times. I'm just kidding. You don't want to placate fake news by wearing 2 stickers and freak out nutbags.
I seen fucking Triumph the Comic Dog had fucking I think I just voted stickers and shit. I may have just voted stickers. I was like, man, it's too late for me to try to pursue those stickers, right?
People would ask for them after signing my petition. It's like, wow, you really need some kind of confirmation after this, don't you?
Shit. But yeah, maybe I'll go check out the Dropbox. Should we do some man on the street shit at your fucking Dropboxes?
No.
You just go there and you go, for the show.
We don't do that anymore.
You go there,
Brian.
You go to the Dropbox and you interview people with the soundboard going, and you're like, so what did you vote for? Tell me what the most important issue to you was. And they start going into it, and then you just, you hit them.
What would go on then?
They have to not be very shameful.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always wanted to know who my dad voted for whenever I was younger, and he would just never tell me. I went with him one election day. Clearly, I couldn't vote as a young child, and he was. I'm sorry.
You would ask him.
I asked him. I was blowing him up every second. I was like, yo, you went behind the curtain. Did you vote? Who'd you vote for? I didn't even know any candidates. He could have said all fake names,
right?
And I would have had no idea. But he was like, no, we don't talk about these things.
So what would you have done with the answer?
Been like, cool.
It was more the point that your dad was kept it under wraps, and he
it made voting seem like a lot cooler, like as a kid. Because he like what was that like? Like what were the names you could pick through, and like what names did you pick? Where he's like, we're not talking about this, I just think I don't know.
My grandfather was a prison guard. He was the same way about talking about work. He would not talk about work.
Oh no shit
at all. Because he's like, he wouldn't even go into many reasons because I'd be talking about work. But yeah,
sorrow.
Yeah, the whole. But yeah, okay. So go vote. We're fucking done talking about that shit.
80s toys.
Do you watch UFC, Bryce?
Yeah, every time I can at the bar.
Yeah, big fights this weekend. Big shout out to Cormier and Steele. That wasn't that great of a fight because you knew what was going to happen there. But he beat.
You know what's a really funny moment in all UFC fights is when they touch him, like in boxing, everybody greases the face so your face doesn't like explode from having pleather fabric bags hit you in the face a million times. Don't gash your face. They rub you with Vaseline. And UFC, it's the exact opposite. There's a man who's a certified ref who touches the other men to make sure they're not grease covered to make it a fair fight.
No, right.
They're just like
stuff. But no, they grease their faces up.
But it's like I saw they greased the face.
Yeah.
But then there was a man who was like, "All right, I'm making sure that grease is only on your face. Otherwise, you cannot be another slippery man." Slippery. We came here to see two men fight, not man versus slippery man. Jiu-jitsu. It is just not a fun grapple fight.
Yeah, those first rounds are the most dangerous for the jiu-jitsu game type stuff because they're not all sweaty and shit yet. But
it would be really funny to see like two greased up like UFC fighters try to like choke each other out, but they just keep slipping.
They like keep popping out.
They keep popping out like in every hold.
I don't watch a lot of UFC.
It's like eventually they just start rolling on the octagon, trying to get the Vaseline off. Like I must have traction. It's like trying to wipe.
At the end, they're both just asleep.
Here at the octagon, they appear to have tuckered each other out. Jimmy the holds Malone and Bruce kicks to the face. They have tuckered each other out. Neither could get the finishing hold. It looks like it's going to come down to decision here, Mike.
This happens.
Yeah, this is
Even though that's admit that fucking definitely happens.
That was amazing!
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Oh, God.
So that's the UFC. The Adesanya Brunson fight was super sick. Freaking.
You guys ever watch the Superfly?
The flyweight division?
Yeah.
So they just got rid of that division in the UFC. They just traded off the flyweight champion to Bellator and traded him for this other kind of welterweight dude, a high-profile welterweight dude. So yeah, the UFC apparently doesn't like that division. It's not super popular just because they're smaller dudes, but
they don't do much. Yeah, they just go to
it's just a little bit a different thing to watch than heavyweights totally beat the shit out of each other.
Which is what everybody kind of wants.
Right.
It's like that's the Tyson versus Holyfield fucking.
Yeah, the flyweights are like they're always like these kind of 5-foot dudes because they have to weigh in at like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be smaller dudes,
but
lots technically
of punches that don't do nothing.
But a lot of times those guys are are faster, and it just seems like they have a lot more skill. But I don't know, it just when you're watching it, you're feeling like they're not hitting hard. But you do see big knockouts. You see all the same kind of damage happen in the smaller fights. I just don't know why.
I would say boxing Superfly probably has more knockouts than decision calls. Because you get like Canelo versus Golovkin, all those different things. And
shout out to Canelo!
People do not know that means cinnamon. Like I love running into somebody who's discontent with my mediocre Spanish, and then I'm like, well, what's relatable
You speak
is
Spanish?
uno poco, pero I sound like I don't know how to say sound. See, that's the problem. Is like I'm always set to Spanglish. Like no matter how long.
Were you trying to say muy porquito?
No. Like I sound como el robo del futuro. Oh, Voss de Trimet, la línea amarilla.
Shout out to
Centro
all the
del
Spanish
Boatman.
speaking audience. They're trying to decipher this. I'm not going to ask him what he thinks that means. I wouldn't trust him. He knows.
Para su seguridad.
I just know the max ones. My wife is Spanish, she speaks Spanish, but our kids haven't picked it up, and I can't even say I can understand conversational Spanish enough. Just corny.
Yeah, I can understand the conversational Spanish enough, but there's so many. I feel like a young man who only learned so many words. Like whenever I was in Mexico City, the word to exit, salir,